Ebusua eye lawyer Obiri Boahen, asanteman lawyer, Otumfuo lawyer, or the nsɛm bi aba abetu ya. Efa bɔkɔ conflict ya ekɔso ho. Say Otumfuo abem bɛka ma asomdwe aba no. Obi esi Otumfuo court. Yebedo nso mu esukɔ. Na yakwa akotie lawyer Obiri Boahen. Nsɛm na ɔde ba betu ya no. Ebusua aha Ice One TV. Bomodin asa obe subscribe we channel. When you bell notification icon, so na bell ten bia no. With the video betuma on sabeka. Share video we say ne follow your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok. Baby Ice One TV. Ebusua ye ko boko insensem yi so. Lawyer Obiri Boahen so na mdi kan no. Or the nsem bi aba betu ja. Me person me kan lawyer nsem ama no. Ye nti nsem a lawyer de tu ja.
Now, Bawku, a very good news. Very good news. And so, May 1st, no, been me a demonstration with Kruma. So, what, yeah, it been me a demonstration. I'm a Omuko Jina Confornochi statue, or Omuko Gugunsa. So, then we be a Asante penny, and so be surrounding be the bottom. But of course, they should also accept the fact that Asante binum should be matter. Let's be very honest. And don't tell me, say, binum kwa be di Asante atem. Asante binum should be a him for binum atem. And yet, that is not good. Etinubegun sabe no. So binum be di Asante atem. Binum be di Asante atem. Asante binum should di binum atem. Be di him for binum atem. And yet, yen na yen fan tu ya honfo. But maybe the binum so I am say Obiri Boahen assimilated Asante. I know people think say Otumfuo Osei Tutu II ne pension na mam starting handle cases for Asante man. And you no correct. Otumfuo Osei Tutu II or by 1999. But I started handling cases for Asante man as far back 1992. As far back 1992. So, and the late Opokuware, saw me che, give me che, Edimitran che, she me che. And that explains why Osei Tutu II so by also me che, or she me che, or the imagine. And I must be very, very honest and grateful to Opokuware II and Osei Tutu II. Bayem senia niese bere ni papa ben. So, and when you praise Asante man Asante for binimu nte wase hwe santo kweyesi Asante man Asante for Asante hene. Now I am there say once again Nana Obiri na started sa initiative. Now President Mahama so abeto waso. Na mesre afanunu nyina mamprusi okusasio mesre se bemra fam. Because se koye tintintintia kusasi fo che se hade anyese ya menye. Mamprusi so koka se hade anyese ya menye. We can't make any breakthrough. Ese bia agono ho. Bia banimu kakra ogono ho obanim kakra na kyese yete na se kwese ni gina ha wanti ase amame amenti ase mi so mi gina ha wanti ase amame amenti ase a ebeyedene because the mampusi kusasi issue no anya simple to say abudu andani issue no the abudu andani issue no eya busua baako eya kronya yerutiti abudu ama andani beba abudu amba andani beba for almost about 300 years. For almost about 300 years. But then the Kusasi one starting from 1721 1721 the first Bawku Naba who was a Mampusi to almost 1959 1958. Yes,
1721
the first Bawku Naba. Wow. 1721, the first Bawku Naba. What to 1958 or 1959? For a contact, for penny for paper near calculation. So for 1721, no, Bawku Naba bia so we are or sanko shawo na leirungu Nayiri ho. But then the history will tell you say assassin party assassination you could search for there. The woman dia no yo. What we never pass a mention no. Then from 1958 59 no banwa na problems no banwa. Then eventually you come across PNDC lobby. I think 75 or 85. Whether 75 or 85. Rollins pass here. Yes, I caught to be anyhow. Then you come to 205. Yeah, 205. One case because Supreme Court. Then Mama Yarga represented the Kusasis. And I think it was Philip Addison who represented the Mamprisis. I don't know. I can't. Now I'm going to file a notice of discontinuance. Then the Supreme Court today is okay. What file discontinuance? You rule on it. What discontinue? With that liberty to apply. With that liberty to apply. Without liberty to apply. Of course, court to be to my yes. That is around 205. And then the NPP 2020 LI 2409 no Emma Bawku Naba Omukreti Kusau Traditional Council. Kusau Traditional Council. So the LI 2409 said so ko ura Bawku dia. Now pe Bawku Naba dia ayekusasi Abudrago Bawku Naba. Then fast forward the man proceeds Kosi Henen. Eba Bolaga High Court. Ebe wie Court of Appeal Kumasi. So it's a very complex matter. So that even if you are starting from 1721, Nasa Mampusia, by 1959, no, Kusasi for Massa na war Mampusi for Mampusi for Massa na war Kusasi for Mampusi Massa na war Kusasi ma Kusasi just a very complex. Then you say, as I say, yes, sir, for as for prepreja for no dear, Beguma be ye prepreja. But the moment I enter prepreja for no, it is the good people of Bawku na money. And ye prepreja for no, and ye prepreja for no, prepreja for no benya be MPP, prepreja for no benya be NDC. Prepreja for Rubenya be MPP. Prepreja for Rubenya be NDC. Political points. So they don't tell you the reality on the ground. Benka Samnon Chiro ye. On some year, no, man started from 1721. By 1721, Mranu Kusachi for no, because no one used to tend Nana. So they were there, but no one centralized. Centralized, they said the Gonjas, the Dagombes, the Mamprisis, the Nanumbes, the Asantes. I don't think I'm a man bass. So it's not simple thing at all. No moment I'm trying to say just the Mamprisis and the Kusasis in Kwa. Because you bring a bisa for Kulungunu, Fakasena bisa. You know. It's a very complex and delicate matter, the Bawku incident. And let me be very honest, Yen Mamu and DC, Titro, Wamo, I play politics so much with Bawku. And I've been playing politics so much. Here, I'll be blunt. How the mechanical, no, obedi matem, oni matem. No, Bakasentium, Casentium. Me Fabia, me the make a no correct. Well, anybody by ya prepreja ba umlemu wamo because wamo nananom CPP abane yesa wamo nananom champo abane yesa ba oda mema enya adwobre because se no memi tufo nya se ne bia me begina nkra ne mu atete nkra ne nya meka ba wie ni se adwobre na mesre na wamo ba kumase no so eye kama because yen shadante asemboni bia ye do Otumfuo so ase ye do Otumfuo ase papa some man prusi Dagomba die hwe Dagomba die Otumfuo msese wie do you know say Otumfuo msese wie ye kura nyina chi no obi de kokotu yeah obi de kokotu wo msese wie
o pede
nipa se settlement na wo ye no onti ase adoni nipa no wo mo osama na wo mo osama na Otumfuo Osei Tutu osama na Yaa Bonwura no osama na Nayiri no osama na Yaa Naa nipa nan kono sanan me na me represent nipa nan no nyina wo ahene ba Otumfuo Osei Tutu II Yaa Bonwura the lady Yaa Bonwura Nayiri present day Nayiri and then Yaa Naa nine. I represented them as the lawyer. I was High Court Kumasi. High Court 7. When I'm representing them. The two cases in na Agbanu na representing Nipana or the court no. Lawyer Agbanu. But the other two cases in no. When I'm representing Osei Tutu II, Otumfuo. Me some representing the Yaa Bonwura. Nyoko ne kurano. No, I represent Nayiri, the present day Nayiri, and the present day Yaa Naa. Men are not represent them. It is a minor maker in Samnibia. I have been in Bemia Bano because I've acted as a lawyer for Otumfuo. Otumfuo that me a creation me any cases be brave. Nayiri, my no case amano. Tim Cademy says simple say, me my Nayiri lawyer. Tatil me come and preaching some no. Meka no bend no kef NDC4 meka gonja for asem meka gonja for asem kana meka no bend no kef meka Dagomba for asem kana meka no bend no kef because the Mampusis the Dagombas the Gonjas and the Santis omo ahemfo nyina ma be lawyer na megusu ye be lawyer for. So please,
a beautiful scene. Our konongo nano ada databamia. Eko. They thank you Tono Kweno. Kusasi hina ohonom came to databamia, hug him.
That is the beauty of
praise him, wish him well, and said, "Say some of them they omunim."
That is
say he was only used for political purposes by the NDC. Na oni and Sebia ewumu, and then. They wish him well and they are hoping say asumdwe beba. Kusasi hini awo.
What was that? So when ya Nana FL that make from 1721. 1721 to I think 1732. Then the next one was 1733 to 1742. Then 1743. I am for no me church museo. Yes, no one me catch of that. So the Kusasi young man or the woman and the Mampusi young man or the woman. No hefa. 17 to 18 to 19. So no ba umi hefa. Bradjenen yes. A bradjene and entiasiaso. Na Edubabia, and this in 1992, Professor Dubois Sabi Kafrache, but I know a buffane. But I listen to two, missing in tutu or a buffane. In Tiaco campaign to be an prof anante, or a monsha better me a buffane. Binibere, shine on your buffane.
Then this is also a buffane.
Huh? Look. If so only me CPP
and that's also TV ne social media YouTube videos near there.
Sir. Bedia befa ho. The bono and the sentiment wama social media 99.99% wamo ba bono ne sentiment kwa ni nyina no. Enye NDC sympathizers and activists. Anya wama. Are yenim. Wama di mi atam wama membetra ham ka de. Are di atam nyina say ya membetra ham aka bibia kan fa sentiment ho nko ade. Ana maka fa bono ho nko ade so di matem. Say womo animo obedi watem. Me na meka kiro. So bonim Ghana politics ya what the NDC and the CPP and the PNDC and the SMC what they are capable of ombetimi aya. Enya anu ni o. Enya anu ni o. Masa enye no kura ni. Enti ni na ba wie se boko asem no yesremo. Enya burunko ana dokoronko ye nyina ye nyia bia mrafam bia mana kuma mrafam bia na ye nhwene ye muvu aka nantu ana kasere aka kusasinia akame aka mamprisinia akame Obiri Boahen aka bisania akame Obiri Boahen aka fafrani aka busangani aka walani aka dagatini kasina aka bia media minsa akame akame osinia akame entimisramo Otumfuo Osei. But you should anticipate say we won't be simple because atwatwana kwankwana woman no it won't be simple at all.
Asset declaration refusal by some NDC ministers of state.
President Mahama can say by March 31st now I declare on access. And I be bring and declare. Domelevo ne raised this issue last week. Be bring declare. And I obi na from na answer why. Obi now say I been declare na President Mahama bit my bede. President Mahama obit my bede. Those who have not declared. Me no ka say o ma be 31st. Me no ka say be bring declare. Ba ben declare no President Mahama obit my bede. Ya wa kura say o don't me be foku. Ontiminya be foku. And I'm repeating it. Baba declare no. President Mahama ontiminya be foku. Man ade no betima be. You any chawabe, vera ko bi na ko bi so le you ni chobe. You any chawabe. What can President Mahama do? Domelevo ya ade pa. Already that issue. Domelevo o ya ade. Eno na nyina na atambia meka kire MPP for nso say ene MDC for nso say aya mo menhwe Ghana ha no yenhwe people who are principled baba no kore kan for na bebe kan no kore on say Domelevo na ko raise issue no ba nso ye bia nko nrizi nso na raise by my adwene course sa so Domelevo open afu no po no nko a o Domelevo o mo start aura no za Domelevo ka ho o sa man for so pa no a na Domelevo ka say in principle dia metease metabachi na bekoye witch antena eni megyae na femi hwehwe no na megyae. But the bottom line is that in terms of principles no ora no nyam from so operation recover all loot Ghana loot since 6 March 57 Averobi kwa ka ora amore MPP for bedeye owi kwa kutira na asoso ho ade owi kwa kutira na asoso ho ade operation recover all loot. So Domelevo ya das but as for President Mahama masa you President Mahama better no wetin my be.
But you did this ankombo ya is it that yemra na share ye asofo na naza somfruma omo yesa as a declaration na emu omre and so there is a window a obenya de room and I say yes it is there but yene activate how it should work.
A question of leadership. Strong effective leader. What you say? Ohenaba. What the name na say? Leader no can hit. You somebody like Jerry John Rawlings. Catch us declare. Oh no one beggars won't declare. What you say? Somebody like Jerry John Rawlings. Can say declare. what you say ohumba popo obe declare and as somebody like bia kodwompianim chief of staff kodwompianim telling you say declare Rollins say who bondok say kodwompianim be ka say Mahama mo 31st match declare and guardian chekra no wa pamwo. So leader no the Jerry John Rollins style no enye 100%, but at least uto no kwadu anu wa in America some amount of discipline wom uto no kwadu anu wa in America the kwadwompianims uto no kwadu a wa in America. So you don't find Mahama as Jerry John Rollins. Now when Mahama as kwadwompianim nti benfi no o memiano so mrano o but leader no so leader no yes o cancer now I want say yes biasuru but advice about the Ghanaian leaders, African leaders, Ghanaian.
How does the successes of a government rely on the chief of staff?
It is a disciplinarian. Disciplinarian.
Say aban bi na mamuo no ebekoyia ne fakase gina chief of staff no so no yesay.
Chief of staff no obia nyana damfo. Obia so nyana tamfo. Obia nyana damfo. Obia nyana tamfo. Ote ho na odi nani ehwe. Nti wona hwan wo ne hwan yo. Wo ye hwan yo. Ese so kan wa obekra kehwepo. Nso do you know my party for no manipa ni na bia suru no. Mra bia twam a na se wo didi Ghana ha na onka se kwadwompianim frewo. What I'm contom no kra ada so de beto.
So the choice of a chief of staff no was say the relationship between him or her and the president elect, and I said the party now are any power now be for me the next government no, and I was a taking interest na choose a chief of staff who can shape the responsibilities and the
think that going forward
do's and don'ts of the appointees.
Going forward in future, it should be the party that must appoint the chief of staff. The chief of staff. The party. I am telling you. Look, going forward, either MPP betra to who, and as a bench to who, party number power. Any appointment in a president here. And it's happening in Nigeria. Yes. Tinubu. Nigeria no, whether a APC and as a PDP, that wabano wenya. The chairman or the national chairman of the party no, I will know positions to be on the beba.
Still says you didn't get your tribe amfa. Gafra.
No, you see, I'm far. I said look at your try. I said look at your try now I'm far. Let us not blame us here because as a country no, yeah getting maso sa.
Yeah.
So I said look at your try now I'm far. Emblem I said look at ya. But in my answer no so. But in principle no, the Nigerian system. Look, Tinubu is the president of Nigeria, leader APC. But Ganduje is the national chairman of APC. Ganduje is the national chairman of APC. Etibeto abawie no. Positions bi wo ha Nigeria da ho a say cabinet ministers no. Tinubu oni a ono be peke. Na Ganduje de so a obe peke. Na Ganduje be peke. Edidini ni bakwa koma Tinubu no. Tinubu ntimi nkan da bi. Then the party na so Ganduje no because of a national chairman. Ganduje a national chairman. Nti se cabinet re me fan se bia 18 kura bia ne de 1 and 2 party na so wo cabinet bia mienu ana miensa eti party ne de no kwa president no ntimu nka dabi something am say me experience amenya no going forward going forward MPP or NDCU as I said chief of staff should be appointed by the
party. Who's been your best chief of staff under the Fourth Republic?
I think Kajon Pianim is short, but I think Orankia, you will not leave out his name from 1992 because the Nana to dozen mina beka
to that z
yeah, me the Nana to dozen mina beka hon, but I may settle on Kajon Pianim.
Why?
No, because
is it because who did not the dia yeah,
because you see I'm looking down, upon one can in now, but also to name it and I say, and I ought to name it and I say, oh no, Obianya down for Obiasing and a tamfo. Obianya down for Obiasing and a tamfo. Only be a Kasa, Onobia and Tukani, Onobia and Fabia. But another character, so I met a very accommodating will be Freema.
Freema Parry.
Yes. But it looks like Shironu now Wakadon Pianim more. Chain Freema.
Is it because of your bantrana?
Well, minim Ebia 9 PP4 Ebia. Minim. Freeman was very accommodating.
Will you fault her for some of the complaints that party won't be here about our appointees?
Some men say jubilee na me ho. I say about some of
that. You say na party won't be air complaints say appointees no. There seems to be a disconnect between the government and the party. And then appointees and responding to party for
they are not better my because when you have almost 90 members of parliament, a co-president ho, so minister we sano, not president no, I'm na munu one sano no, chief of staff of the oyedeng. I don't do oyedeng. Members of parliament at Yokonom.
Inti abusia we ne nsema lawyer Obiri Boahen, asanteman lawyer Otumfuo Nana Onkwaso, the lawyer odi aba betuja. So say nsema no emu odu. Abusia aha Ice One TV. The ebekọ so bia na the update ebebro. Bomodi answer obe subscribe channel. No enya bell notification icon. Se na bia time jam the video betuma. Onso benye bia hwe. I'm out.